So today we were going to talk about writer's block, but then we got to talking, and Joanna decided that we were not going to do any of that, and she totally sprung something new on me. So instead, today we're going to be talking about our favorite YA books. So we hope you enjoy it.
One of my favorite books, and truly not just my favorite YA book, but my favorite books, one of my favorite books in general, all time, is this one.
Yay!
The Scorpio Races by Maggie S., because I can't say her last name.
It's Stiefvater.
Maggie S. You know, I always look it up and I find out how to say it and then I promptly forget.
Oh. Steve, the name Steve, and then Otter, the small creature.
Steve Otter.
Yeah.
That works really well, actually.
She gave a YouTube video on how to pronounce her name, so that's how I learned.
I like that. Yeah. So, The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater.
There you go!
I should say, first of all, I am almost 30 years old, but this is the first time, I think, in a book I've ever swooned over a male character.
Really?
I wish I had had this book when I was 16, because I would have been head over heels in love with Sean Kendrick.
Why? What about him?
Oh my gosh, where do I begin? First and foremost, he has a bond with horses. I mean, he's like the horse whisperer, but he's
right.
The handsome, like, Irish island,
brooding,
mysterious, tortured, mature, everything horse boy.
Interesting.
So there were just some scenes in there where he's with his, his wild seahorse. I mean, he's of the land, but he's also of the sea. And there's something about a boy also with the sea that is super romantic. I don't know why.
I totally agree.
And he was nice. He was a nice boy, too. I never liked the bad boy. So anyways, but that's not why this is my favorite book, or one of my favorite books. The overall feeling of the book is one of longing and not fully belonging and wanting something that you can't have. And that is something that just totally resonates, I think, with me and probably with a lot of people. Everything in life and on this earth never feels quite perfect, and that's just the way it is. And you always kind of want something you can't have, but there's something mysteriously beautiful about that, and that's what she does. She doesn't turn it into a sad thing, a thing to be fought against, but rather just is life on this island is you're constantly kind of in limbo, and that's life. I thought that was so magical how she did that.
I like that description. It makes me want to go back and read the book again.
And cool. I bawled my eyes out at the end. I can't even remember the last time a book made me cry.
Wow.
So beautiful.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I think that's all I have to say about that. I could probably ramble for a while, but my ramblings are confusing, so I'll stop.
Okay.
Your turn. Yeah.
I first heard about this book. Can you see it? Totoro and Lord Death.
Ooh.
I first heard about this book from Maggie Stiefvater, so that's kind of an interesting connection. And I have probably read it like 6 or 7 times in the last few years, like ever since I first happened upon it. It's interesting also because Martine Liavet, it's the same author as the last book that I reviewed with you. This one? Remember this one?
Oh! Calvin and Hobbes, or Calvin?
Yeah, Calvin. So same author. Apparently, I'm her fangirl. So Totoro and Lord Death, I love it because it's like, it mimics the like fairy tale structure, and it sort of has like hints of Scheherazade and 1001 Arabian Nights. It's not a retelling or like set in Arabia or anything like that. But so this girl, Totoro, goes into the woods, she gets lost, and 3 days later, Death comes and is going to take her with him because she's like dying of starvation, basically. And when he tells her this, he like, I think it's that he accidentally lets slip that plague is coming to her town. And so she barters with him. So she starts to tell him a story, but she doesn't finish it. And she says that if he lets her go back and like warn her village of the plague that's coming, she'll come back and tell him the next part of the story. And so she keeps doing this, but she keeps like discovering these things. And she feels like she's not ready to go yet because she has all these people that she loves in the village that are in danger from like various things. And so she keeps, like basically tricking Death by like telling him more of the story but never quite finishing it. It's just about this girl who like really loves the people that she's grown up with, and it's really, really bittersweet, and I love it. And it like whenever someone dies, I know this is maybe morbid, but like whenever someone dies who like I'm like particularly like close to, or like I'm just really affected by, I usually pick up that book because it like helps me, basically.
Well, that's really sad. I mean, like,
it's so morbid. I know. Okay, so I don't want to spoil it. Oh, I'm gonna put myself on the screen. Okay, so I started reading it, and then we had to go to my husband's family's dinner, and I like literally as soon as dinner was over, I went into the washroom, locked the door, finished the book, read the afterwards, bawled my eyes out, and like didn't come out for like 15 minutes until I was done crying. It was like just one of those books, you know. But I'm a book crier, so
it means nothing that you cried, basically.
Yes. It means more that I pick it up so often. Like rarely will a year go by that I haven't read it at least once.
No. What is a Totoro?
You don't know what a Totoro is? Oh my goodness, Jo. Okay. All right.
We need to start at the beginning, apparently.
Okay, have you ever watched any Studio Ghibli? Like Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, Nausicaa, any of those? House Moving Castle?
I'm gonna go with... Is that anything to do with Sailor Moon?
No. Totoro is a product of the studio that has a very distinct style. Miyazaki is like the king of Studio Ghibli, but he's retired now. And I recommended an airplane movie by him that I think you'd like. Or it's a war airplane movie. That's by Miyazaki. So
I didn't watch that. You did.
It's very different than Sailor Moon and like Dragon Ball Z and like Pokemon and all. It's a very, very different style.
Digimon?
Oh, is your kitty there?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they can meet. Maybe your kitty can meet my doggy. Hi, kitty.
You could meet Totoro.
Oh yeah, do you want to meet Totoro? Here.
You have to look at the camera.
Kitty.
You have to look at Totoro.
He's kind of scary.
Totoro is so big right now. Kitty's like, what is this? Oh no, he's like, I get tricked. He's gonna use me in the video.
Hi, kitty. Oh my goodness, you're so sweet. Do you want me to get Yonder? They can meet? I don't know. I don't know if...
Yes.
Here, I'll put Yonder. Oh my god. He looks like a serial killer. Okay.
Kristen thinks my cat is a serial killer. He's so sad.
Come here.
I can't pick him. Better hurry. I'm gonna lose myself.
I can't get him up high enough. Now he thinks we're gonna play. He thinks it's playtime. Not playtime.
I'm losing it. I'm losing it. It's bad.
All right. Well, it was a valiant effort. I'm like out of breath from picking up my dog. That's how heavy he is.
But especially if it's dinner time, it's just like he's right there. He's meowing, and then he's on his belly. Like he goes on his belly, and just, feet up, and it's like I don't know what that means, but that means somehow feed me. I'm dying. Feed me. I'm dying.
All right. Well, go feed your serial killer kitty, and. You froze. Can you repeat that?
Oh, you're frozen too, but you're blinking. It's a great look. I screenshot it. Yes, I got it.
So it's weird talking to your face, like your own face. Like I just want to talk to your face because we're talking. Okay.
So wait a second.
What?
My book about war makes you think about Totoro.
Not Totoro. No.
Who's Totoro in the book?
Back up.